Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this March the 29th, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Saturday out there so far, but it is a great Saturday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be looking at these storm systems here moving across the country. You can see we got some scattered activity in the northern Gulf to the Louisiana, up into the portion of the Ohio, Tennessee River Valley. Portions of the southeast and mid-Atlantic region got some activity there as well. All of this activity will continue to push east. Got a little bit of activity across southern Florida and the Florida Keys as well. See this system right here developing over portions of Utah, Colorado to Texas. This will bring a severe weather outbreak for Sunday across portions of Texas all the way into the Ohio River Valley, portions of Michigan, and also over toward portions of Ohio, Tennessee, back into Mississippi and Alabama. We have an enhanced risk there that I was talking about a couple nights ago, and our last night one in my video. We said an enhanced risk could be added, and they did. We still got that slight risk for Monday from portions of North Florida all the way up into New York State. We'll talk about that in tonight's video as well. As you can see, we got more activity up here in portions of Minnesota, always stretching all the way back over towards the Dakotas, also Montana, Idaho. Then we got another storm system here. This will bring another severe weather outbreak coming up on day 4, and then day 5 it will move back to the Ohio River Valley once again in portions of the south, and then back to the Atlantic coastal areas on day 7 or 6 or 7, somewhere along in there. But that Storm Prediction Center had not got it highlighted yet, but I do expect a slight risk could be added along the East Coast once again next week. So alright, if you haven't out on my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, you can see here we got some there's that severe weather outbreak from thunderstorms and showers from Texas to Louisiana to Alabama to Ohio, portion of Michigan and western Pennsylvania, western New York State. Thunderstorms and showers from Texas up to Iowa, all the way over toward New York State, portion of Connecticut, Rhode Island, all the way down into the Carolinas, Florida, Florida Keys, Atlantic coastal waters, northern Gulf. Alright, we got some critical fire weather with portion of New Mexico, extreme western Texas, southeastern Arizona. We got freezing rain and mixed precipitation from Maine to a portion of area of Massachusetts to New York State to Lake Huron, Lake Superior, northern Michigan, Wisconsin to Iowa, and also Minnesota and Wisconsin region. Got some pockets of heavy snow up here, portion of northern Michigan, northeastern Minnesota, and also South Canada, stretching through the Dakotas, back to Montana, to Wyoming, and also Idaho. More mixed precipitation across Colorado to areas of Kansas and Nebraska. Then again from Washington State to Idaho to Montana, Oregon, Nevada, and Northern California, including the mountain chain of the California region as well. Then more shower activity along coastal areas, slightly inland areas too, of Washington, Oregon, and California regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Sunday. Here's a look at your Monday forecast. Here's that severe weather again from Louisiana, all the way up into portions of areas of New York State, including the Carolinas and Georgia, up to Virginia and DC area. Then got shower activity from Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts to eastern Maine and Atlantic coastal waters. Same for the thunderstorm activity, Atlantic coastal waters, the northern Gulf, stretching from Louisiana up to Indiana and Ohio region as well. Pockets of heavy, pockets of freezing rain possible over portions of northern Maine, also in the portion of South Canada. Also mixed precipitation from there to northern New York State to Michigan and over toward Lake Huron regions as well. More mixed precipitation through the Dakotas, Nebraska to Colorado to Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State to Nevada, Utah, and portions of California, with pockets of heavy snow over California region as well. And also we got some shower activity from Southern California to the coastal areas all the way up to Washington, Oregon State regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Monday. Alright, here's a look at your current watch and warning advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, you can see we got winter storm warning, winter weather advisory from Maine down to New Hampshire, Vermont, New York State, and got some ice storm warnings there as well. Also again over in northern Michigan, also to Wisconsin, also portions of Minnesota, also South Dakota, and also Nebraska. Got some winter weather advisories there. More stretching into portions of areas of Wyoming and also Montana. Portions a little bit in eastern Idaho as well. We have some hydro issues up here in portions of Indiana and Kentucky. Special weather statements for North Carolina and portions of Virginia. Even got some flood watches and flash flood warnings in effect for southeast Louisiana and southern Mississippi. Red flag warnings over here in portions of Oklahoma, Texas, portions of Arizona, and also portions of the Colorado region as well. And also we have some high wind watches in effect for you guys in the mountains of California and southern Nevada. Wind advisories to the south. Winter storm warning, winter weather advisory for the mountains also for California. And also have some wind advisory for portions of Nevada and Oregon region as well. Winter storm watches to the north and northern California areas as well with wind advisories. Alrighty, small craft advisories around portions of the Boston area, stretching down to portions of the Rhode Island area. Then again along the North Carolina coastal areas. A little bit along the Georgia coast to the Florida Keys. A little bit along the Alabama coastline as well. Also from Southern California up to Washington State as well. Even got a flood warning down across South Texas where the flooding continues. Also Hawaii and Chain Island looks good. Small craft advisory around the Alaska area. Winter weather advisory to the north. Special weather statements inland of Alaska. Alright, here's the severe weather forecast here for your Sunday. As you can see, we got general thunderstorm from Portland, Oregon, down toward Sacramento, California, all the way over to Pablo, Colorado, then from Fort Myers, the Florida Keys, all the way up to Burlington, Vermont, then from Marquette, Michigan, all the way to Abilene, Texas. Then we have from Austin, Texas, to Milwaukee, to Rochester, Buffalo, to Atlanta, Columbus, and back down to New Orleans, marginal risk. Then we have a slight risk from Lupkins to Detroit, Michigan. Then from Fort Wayne to Greenville, Mississippi, and Shreveport, Louisiana. An enhanced risk for severe weather on Sunday. Here's a look at the tornado probability. 2% in the green, 5% in the brown. In the yellow slashed area, to 10%. This is where the EF2 to maybe EF4 tornadoes can occur in portions of Mississippi, portions of Arkansas, back up in the portion of Kentucky and southern Indiana and Illinois regions. Damaging winds look like this. There's the damaging wind. 10%. There's 30% risk area there. Slashed area, that's the damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour possible. 15% from, like I said, Texas to Detroit, Michigan would have about 60 miles per hour winds, and then isolated amounts in the brown areas could be up to 60 as well, with isolated in spots. Here's the large hail. 30% in the red area from portions of Texas up to portions of Illinois and Indiana. 5% from Waco all the way to Detroit, and then we have from Pittsburgh to Austin, 5% risk area for large hail. Alright, let's move on to day number 3, which is Monday. Alright, general thunderstorm from Seattle, Washington to Pablo, Colorado, back to Sacramento, California. General thunderstorms up here around northern Maine to Portland to areas of Burlington. And then we had that from Watertown all the way to Alexandria, Louisiana to Tallahassee, marginal risk. General thunderstorm for South Florida from Orlando to the Florida Keys. Then the slight risk from New Orleans as far north as Albany and Burlington, New York area, and towns in the surrounding areas. Alrighty, probability looks like this: 5 to 15%. Right in here, that's the probability. Alright, let's move on to the day number 4. Alright, then 1 hour to Omaha to Lincoln. This is in Kansas City. 15% risk area for some severe weather for this area here on day 4. Let's take a look at day 5. It grows in intensity. Slight risk from Detroit to Dallas. Then from Little Rock to Indianapolis. 30% risk area there. And then, like I say, that day 6, They have not got it highlighted yet, but severe weather maybe from a portion of New York State to Florida, back to New Orleans once again on day 6. That's something we'll continue to monitor and see if the Storm Prediction Center sticks it in there. They probably will. They've been doing it pretty much every time I say something severe weather in this area here. They've been doing it, so maybe tomorrow evening or the next one they may put it in there. So alright, just want to give you a heads up. So hope everybody has a wonderful Saturday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, and make sure you subscribe if you have not already. And like I said, enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.